Hello there and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ungainly Titan. We're here on a Lakeville encounter battle and I'm in the T-67, the American Tier 5 tank destroyer. And I think this is a unique battle. I have about 21,000 games, or somewhat over 21,000 games played in World of Tanks over the last 3 years. And I don't think I have seen a battle in Lakeville that was quite like this one ever before. But it is interesting for that reason and for some other features of it, and I'm going to go into it right now. I initially decided I'm going down the Lake Road. I'm not very good or very in a tank that's not very useful really in close quarter fighting. So I thought I'm going to go down the Lake Road. If somebody spots, or maybe I might be able to spot tanks along the bottom of the lake. Now this tank isn't optimized for spotting. I don't have the reconnaissance skills trained up in the crew. Nor do I have a lot of the stealth skills, but we have a light tank heading down. Now I want to draw your attention to a couple of things. If the light tank in front of me stopped in the bush there beside him, I think there's a good chance that and didn't fire, there's a good chance that he would have remained undetected. The second thing is, if you examine the mini-map, you'll notice that none of our tanks are actually going down the valley. Now while the light tank exists, he's actually lighting up tanks at the bottom of the valley. So I'm getting a few good shots into the Churchill 1, and there's an ARL-44 down there as well. Now, he doesn't last because he doesn't go into cover and he fires, so he reveals his position. And even if he had gone into the bush by firing, he would have revealed his position anyway. However, he has caused the ARL-44 and the Churchill 1 to remain down there. That's two tanks that have not gone into the town on the enemy's position. The other thing is that you'll notice, well, you won't notice it straight away, but 3 more enemy tanks actually go down the valley. So at this point in time, the bulk of our team are in the town already, and we're only facing 3 enemy tanks. At least only 3 enemy tanks have been detected. So we have 5 tanks in the town. They're engaged with 3 enemy tanks. Now the enemies are being reinforced. Their bulk of their forces are coming up, and they are going to join them in the town. However, we have also got extra tanks joining our guys to town, and more importantly, we've only got 1 tank in the valley. And that 1 tank, while it won't last very long, is actually serving a useful purpose, because he's going to delay further the tanks coming up the valley. They're going to have to root him out, destroy him, and then they're going to have to get past the next medium tank that's staying back. Now, again, arguably the medium would be more used in the town. But we're in a very strong position in the town because we have been able to take on the enemy to a certain extent in a piecemeal fashion. Now, I push forward a little bit more to see if I can see anything in the back, but I think most of the tanks at the back have already joined the fight, that are going to join the fight. The Churchill 1's moving up. The ARL-44 turns out to be still back there, but he's not detectable by me at the moment. And at this point we've effectively won the town, so the remaining enemy tanks are in no position to interfere with our victory. We have very few enemy tanks remaining in the area of the town, and the remaining enemy tanks are just clearing our spawn area at the moment, so they're not going to actually interfere with the victory. This fight is over. So what made this fight remarkable really is that it's an actual textbook example of what people are supposed to do in Lakeville. Go into the town, win the town, and that allows them to completely dominate the game. If this was a standard battle, it's an encounter battle, so it's game over at this point. If this was a standard battle, it would still be a very winnable position because we outnumbered the enemy 2-1, and we could both occupy the enemy's cap circle down at the spawn area and go back and clear our own cap circle if that's what we wanted to do. Target locked. The remarkable thing is, it's the first time I've ever seen it happen, where one team just ignored the valley, which is quite, like I said, quite extraordinary, quite unusual, but it has been a very decisive win on our part. Now there are several enemy tanks surviving, and if the team wanted to, they could have wiped them out as well. But you know, once people are in the cap circle, you'll always get people who will just stay there. So it's just farming damage now at this stage for the rest of us. So that's it, it's game over. Very decisive win. And I did reasonably well out of it. I get 1300 damage, which is not bad for T67, second class mastery. Overall, I'm quite happy with that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.